Like, it was literally like I can feel my heart ripping off. You get, that was the height of disappointment and I felt that day, and that was the kind of hurt, the pain, the ache that comes with that disappointment. But in this video, without wasting your time, what I want to talk about is how to deal with disappointment at specific times in your life, is it at or in specific seasons of your life? Yes, because one of the things that I've been learning so much in this becoming season is dealing with disappointment. So I will start with this story. There was this morning, not this exact morning, there was this morning a few weeks ago, I think like 2 weeks ago or something, and I woke up quite early, but I had quite a number of things to do before I will go to the nearest bus stop for me to board the bus going to my workplace. So there's this bus that I follow. It's a shuttle bus, very nice, comfy, air condition, everything. So, and I love like going with this bus. Even the driver, don't become customer. So I rushed everything I was doing that morning, and I took my bag, took all of my stuffs, and I went out. So I was rushing because I knew that I've like few minutes past the set time that the bus will come. Do you understand it? But I was hoping that sometimes it comes late. I was hoping that probably that day, it will come late. But lo and behold, as I stepped out of my street gate and I walked down, I just saw the bus coming. I was waving down at the bus. I was waving and waving. Anyhow, the bus stopped, and the driver was like, Auntie Emma, Binoti, come. For those that doesn't understand you, right, it means that we are sorry, the bus is filled up already, the bus is full, there's no more space, and all of those. I was quite amazed and shocked because that was Thursday morning. It is not a Monday morning. So Thursday, people scarcely go to work, and people will not be like many outside. Do you understand me? My heart was torn. It was like somebody used knife to stab my chest, because I don't like entering all these yellow buses. Those Lagos yellow buses, most of them are filled with the bed bugs and all of those nonsense. So I was so disappointed. I felt like probably it would have created a space for me, or even like maybe leave a space for me or something. I was brutally hurt. Like I was so pained. I was so hurt. Like it was literally like I can feel my heart ripping off. You get, that was the height of disappointment and I felt that day, and that was the kind of hurt, the pain, the ache that comes with that disappointment. But one thing happened to me that morning. As I was feeling that disappointment, my heart is aching me. Like I was so pained, and I was like, God, how will I see a better vehicle to go to work this morning and all of that? So a thought just came through my mind, and I was like, oh Jesus, that means this bus is not your will for me this morning. Then, since it's not your will for me this morning, I know the bus that I will enter will come, the one that it is in your plan and your will for me to enter this morning. Lo and behold, I've not finished the statement that I know the one that the vehicle that you have appointed in your plan and in your will for me this morning. I've not finished the sentence. It's as if I was poured a cold water, or there was this sweet warm ointment rubbed on my wound, and I could literally do not feel any pain or anything of such. Like you get, I could not feel any pain or anything like that in my heart, in my mind again. It was, everything just went quiet, and I felt at peace. It was not up to 10 minutes that I stood at the bus stop that there is this private car that has like taken me once. It just came and parked, and they're just like, I'm going your way. Like I was so shocked, because on a normal ground that would not happen. So I was just like, when I entered that vehicle, that private car that morning, in my heart I was like, Jesus, you are you are teaching me how to really deal with disappointment at this stage of my life. So I'm speaking to faith-based people, because if you are not a believer, you might feel like, what is God's will, what is God's plan? Probably if you are still trying to understand that means you still have a long way to go. But for those that are faith-based, faith-driven individuals, who understand what it means to stand and stay in the will and in the plan of God. So the best way in the becoming season, in becoming the kind of person God wants us to become, is to learn that disappointments are part of His will, they're part of His plan sometimes, and the fact that things doesn't go the way we thought that it will go, or things did not end the way we thought it will end, doesn't mean that God has forsaken you. So it's one thing you should learn and start to practicalize, put in practice in all aspects and in all areas of your life this season. Like, as a lady, you're trying to become, you're becoming her, you're becoming who God says He wants you to become, and you're becoming season. It is quite important and essential to learn and to know that every disappointment, like I have said, it is part of the plans and part of the wills of God. But how do you now deal with disappointment? Accept and agree that every disappointment that you might face on your journey to becoming who God says you are going to become is, how should I put it, is one, part of your journey, two, still in His will. So then accept that disappointment is part of the journey to becoming, part of you growing up. Yes, when we learn to accept that, we will not get pained, we will not question God too much when we face disappointment at specific stages of our lives. I don't want to bore you too much. So in essence, all I'm saying is that in this season, God is really, really teaching me that disappointment is part of my plan for you, and it is part of my will. Any disappointment you feel or you face, it's part of it. It has been in my plan, in my will, what you face, what you go through, so that you can move into the next stage of your life. Yes, because I see ahead of you. You get, yes. So that's that. I said I don't want to bore you, and there's noise in the background everywhere and like that. So this and many more is what I want to explain, and I want to let you know. So what your take home from this lesson, from this video rather, is that as a child of God, learn that dealing with disappointment is agreeing. The best way to deal with disappointment is to agree. Video So the best way to handle disappointment at every stage of your life, your becoming season, is agreeing and accept that it is part of God's plan for you to move to the next stage. Yes. And sometimes if you don't face disappointment, you won't trust God. Yeah, you will feel like you are the author and finisher of your life. You feel like you have the power to control your life. You feel like you have your life all figured out. And the thing is, God does not have any business in a well figured out life. Like, there's nothing else He wants to help you with. So why do you need Him? You get, okay. So just know that disappointment is part of His will, it's part of the journey, and He's preparing you to trust Him the more and to launch you into the next phase of your life. Yes. So I hope you are blessed. This video is a rush video. Just take it like that. It's always a busy mode here and there. So I'll see you in my next video. Until then, don't forget that I am rooting for you, and don't stop rooting for yourself. Yes, I love you so much. And don't forget that you're a woman, you are God's guidance and views.